What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, this video gonna hurt my soul. It's gonna hurt my heart a little bit, but I gotta do it, right? This individual is a Chicago legend, Chicago icon, paved the way for young Chicago hoopers to come through, especially young Chicago guards, right? That individual is Mr. Tim Hardaway Sr., right? Crossover Tim Hardaway, two-step, you feel me? So Tim Hardaway, Southside Chicago, and he's sitting on Gil's Arena with Gilbert Arenas, Swaggy P and all of them, Josiah and all of them. And they're talking about the Lakers and their potential, what they could do in the playoffs going forward and all of that, if they can beat Oklahoma City and all of this. So Tim Hardaway says this quote, and I'm going to read this quote from Mr. Tim Hardaway. Tim says, if you have a team that can stop you from making shots, and you go on the other end and you know you have that one guy who can make shots like Luka, like Kobe, like Michael. You see how I didn't name LeBron? Because he can't do it. He couldn't go to himself. He had to go to Kyrie Irving. He was like people like Steph, so on and so forth, right? And I'm like, damn, this motherfucker named Luka Doncic as more of a prime time shot maker than LeBron James when LeBron James has a larger body of work than Luka Doncic's hitting game-winning shots. And I'm like, you see how I didn't name LeBron because he can't do it. He can't do it. Now, at first I wanted to give Mr. Tim Hardaway Sr. the benefit of the doubt. I said maybe he just throwing shots at LeBron because Gilbert Arenas, he know Gilbert. LeBron is Gilbert's boy, right? And he's seen Gilbert talk bad about the 80s basketball and the 90s basketball, and that's Tim Hardaway's era, so maybe he's doing it to throw a shot. But I'm like, this shit was so egregious, I couldn't let it go. I just couldn't let it go, right? Y'all pretending like first of all, I hate how people who denigrate LeBron, he can't make no shot, he can't make no shot. A lot of them act like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan made every game-winning shot. Every shot they took in the clutch they made. They act like that. I've seen them brothers miss a whole lot of, especially Kobe Bryant, miss a whole lot of shots as well. Now, I give Kobe Bryant his credit. He's the second greatest difficult shot maker I've ever seen behind Steph Curry. But we're not going to sit up here and act like the all-time leading scorer with 40,000 points cannot hit a clutch basket when you need him to. We're not going to sit in here and act like the guy, the all-time scorer, cannot be relied on to make shots. Like he can't be a shot maker. Like we have reels of LeBron hitting clutch shots for 5-6 minutes. Game-winning shots. And because I know how people try to discredit LeBron's game-winning shots. Well, the game was tied. It wasn't no pressure. They wasn't down. He got moments where he's hitting game-winning shots where they were down, right? Where if he don't make a 3-point shot, 2-point shot, they don't win the game, right? And I ain't talking about just layups because some of y'all say it's just layups. He has jump shots, 3-point shots winning the game, right? Actually, statistically, he's more clutch than the majority of these guys he named. Statistically, LeBron James is more clutch than a lot of these dudes he named. Kyrie Irving, Steph, all these dudes. You feel me? Luka and them, Kobe. Statistically speaking, he's more clutch than Kobe Bryant. He got more game-winning shots than Kobe Bryant does. For real. So it's like, Tim, what you talking about, dog? Like, oh, not LeBron. See, I didn't name LeBron because he can't do it. Well, Tim, matter of fact, LeBron got more game-winning shots than you, sir. Tim, he got more clutch baskets than you, Tim. So what you talking about, man? It kills me, man. LeBron has literally carried teams to multiple playoff runs throughout his career through great shot making in multiple scenarios, multiple series. He's carried teams through playoff runs, multiple playoff runs through great shot making, through great shot making in multiple series. Sorry for stuttering, y'all. Like it kills me, man. Like I watched a 22-year-old LeBron James in the clutch against the Detroit Pistons in 2007. This LeBron James, 4th year in the league at 22 years old, I watched him score 25 straight points. And it was shots where he was hitting 3-point shots, going behind the back, at the top of the key, hitting jumpers, hitting shots in the corner. on Detroit, on the Detroit Pistons, at the Palace of Auburn Hills, during an era where defense was hellacious, where defense was tough, ragged, and rough. And he's still getting clutch baskets on them. They ain't got nobody else to go to but him. And he's sealing a deal against them motherfuckers, man. Like, a lot of these dudes got to get their hate out their heart, man. And I'm going to say this, too, as a star, I'm a proud Chicagoan. South side to the bone bristle. No motherfucker can contest my Chicago-ness. You can't find a motherfucker that can contest my Chicago-ness. Like, it's not, you can't find it. If you cut me right now, like I always say, mouth sauce will fall on my arm, not blood. I'm that Chicago. But I can say this about my city. And I say this lovingly, but I also say this as a flaw. We got a lot of hating ass dudes that come from here. For real. And a lot of dudes that throw hate on LeBron James' way that come from this city. And I got a lot of love for these individuals, so it's nothing personal. But we see the hating ass shit that Quentin Richardson didn't say it about LeBron. He talking about Kawhi was out there getting to. We seen how Kawhi was. Kawhi ain't been on a motherfucking thing in the Clippers uniform. Not a motherfucking thing. He was ready to, I remember right when Kawhi joined LA and they had that game, you see how Kawhi, it looked totally different. You see who out there looking like a killer, who out there looking and circling and finding dudes out and seeking them out and did that and the third. Man, IQ, sound good, right? We seen what certainly like Tim Hardaway. We seen what's big fool that went to DePaul. What is his name, man? Big tall dude, man. Godly, man. Big tall dude that played with Q Rich now, man. I forgot what his name is, man. Damn, man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I remember his name. Stephen Hunter. Stephen Hunter. I drew a blank for a minute. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't see the hating ass shit he said about this is why people don't like LeBron and all that. Man, motherfucker, I don't care if you like him or not. He's undeniable. You don't get that many baskets and say, oh, he ain't never had he not good at shot making in difficult situations. Like, come knock it off. Yes, Kyrie Irving hit that shot. In that series, you've seen LeBron James hit critical shots all against the Golden State Warriors. Shot after shot. 3-point shot, mid-range shot. You out of your mind, Tim. In 2018, after that, you've seen him hitting big-ass shots in a playoff run in his last year in Cleveland. All throughout his career, you've seen him make big shots, Tim. Like for real, man, this be really getting crazy. Like, acting like LeBron James has never hit a game-winning shot is ridiculous. You can look this up on YouTube. I put it up on my channel, right? And at some point, I ain't gonna lie, and he gonna probably start getting like this because when people get more up in age, they start getting more vocal about things and they don't give a fuck about how they come across and how they say it. Bron gonna have to start telling motherfuckers, hey man, none of y'all can fuck with me, man. None of y'all. He got to tell Tim, you wasn't in my league. You wasn't in nothing. You wasn't even in my pantheon. You wasn't nowhere near in my stratosphere, dog. He got to say, like, because Tim didn't be talking. Tim not even top 50 all time, and I love Tim. I just put Tim Hardaway in my top 5 Chicago players all time the other day when I was on live stream talking about Chicago. I was talking about something somebody asked me what was my top 5 Chicago players of all time. I put Tim Hardaway in there because you can. He's a legend. But Tim, cut it out, dog. Cut it out. Like all that. You ain't gonna say LeBron because he can't do it. He can't do it. Tim, you saw what you saw in that gym. In that game against Michael Jordan and Antoine Walker brought Bron up in there. You know what you saw, Tim. And you said you knew what you saw. You know what that was. So all that, sound, I'll be like, Tim, you not in my stratosphere, dog. Calm down, fam. The dude... Because I know some of y'all gonna say, scoring 40,000 points don't mean you a great shot. You a person who can make clutch shots. Again, LeBron has so many clutch baskets, bro. So many. You can find them all through that game. What that was that game 6? Game 5 against the Detroit Pistons. In 2007, man, he was hitting clutch baskets so much that everybody in the Palace of Auburn Hills was quiet. They was silent and quiet. They couldn't believe what was going on. So there's a lot of haters in Chicago, man. Dudes be coming off as haters against dude for whatever reason. I don't know if they feel like they got to ride with Michael Jordan so much that they got to trash LeBron at any turn. Because this Michael Jordan played for the Bulls and all this and all that, man. Like, Tim, knock it off, man. You cannot tell me that the dude that got 40,000 points cannot be relied on to make great shots. We've seen him do it through several series on several different squads. Miami, first stint in Cleveland, second stint in Cleveland. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, through his prime years, he was making a ton of difficult shots. Despite what people like you to think, it wasn't all layups and dunks. It was not. It was not. You feel me? So, hell, you see him going to work. I mean, man, bro, it's starting to get like, it's crazy. But people like him try to act like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant made every clutch shot. Like, man, LeBron got highlight reels of clutch shots longer than Kobe's. You feel me? So, like, what are we talking? Like, even him bringing up Steph. Steph didn't have great moments in his career. But Steph didn't miss critical shots and he's not come up big in big games and all that type of stuff too, you know? So, like, and then, Kyrie Irving can make, yeah, Kyrie Irving is a great shot maker, man. No, I love Kyrie. Kyrie, for real, has yet to even prove he can be the #1 star player on the team and lead them to a championship. Because Luka Doncic was the best player on that team when they went to the finals, and Kyrie played bad. Everybody had bad final performances. LeBron had a bad finals performance in 2011 against the Dallas Mavericks and stuff like that. But it's just like people like to pretend that we wasn't seeing what we saw with LeBron. They try to pretend like this stuff didn't happen. They try to erase all these 22 years of basketball we've seen from LeBron James. Tim, your son was watching Bron. You and your son sat down and watched Bron hit big time shots. Your son will tell you, hey, no, man, do one of them ones. Your son out there hooping against them. He's seen it personally. He's seen it up close and personal. Tim, come on, man. We gotta stop this, dog. It's getting out of hand now. Oh, you see, I didn't name LeBron James because he can't do it. He can't hit no big shots. He had to give it to somebody else. He couldn't do it for himself. Bro, no, Tim, you seen LeBron be out there, young LeBron, hitting critical baskets on dudes. You feel me? When his go-to was the Zydrunas Ilgauskas, don't come up here acting like the Zydrunas Ilgauskas was a certified dog. Because if Kobe Bryant has the Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and the 2000 and them back-to-back teams where they won championships, if he had him instead of Paul Gasol, they wouldn't have won. Zydrunas, he was cool. He was straight. He give you 15, 16 points, about 7 rebounds. But he couldn't do nothing with Dwight Howard. He couldn't do nothing against a big that was athletic. Not even just Dwight. Any big that was athletic, he was going to have trouble with him. Because Zydrunas was big and slow. He hit the little 15-foot, 18-foot jump shot. 15 a game. You don't tell me Zydrunas was a 2-time All-Star. One of them years he was an All-Star before LeBron got there. So somebody had to do the scoring on Cleveland team. And he was an All-Star averaging like 17 a game that year. Then the other year, he was LeBron. He was an all-star with LeBron in like LeBron 3rd year or 2nd year, something like that. It's like 3rd year or something like that, right? But like acting like Zydrunas with Big Z was like a dog or phenomenal, like he was just outstanding. He was cool. You feel me? Like, so he was making big shots when on his team it was Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Donyell Marshall, Drew Gooden. At that point in Larry Hughes' time, Larry was nowhere near who he was in Washington. He had fell off, it took a precipitous drop from him averaging 22 with Gilbert Arenas in Washington, right, and leading the league in steals in that year. He was with Eric Snow, Boobie Gibson, them. Like, come on, man. Like, Tim them they like to act like that we didn't see that, like that was just a figment of our imagination. They like to play like they got Alzheimer's. You feel me? Come on now. What they say on Boondocks? What did Stink mean to say on Boondocks? You must got Alzheimer's, old man. You already forgot that ass whooping? Because I know the Pistons didn't forget that ass whooping. I know they didn't forget it. I know Rasheed Wallace now and Tayshaun, when Tayshaun run out the way, he didn't want to get dunked on. I know he ain't forget it, man. I know Toronto ain't forget them critical game-winning shots he had on the Raptors when it was LeBronto in 2018. I know Indiana Pacers ain't forget about them game-winning shots, the shots he hit on them. You feel me? Like, come on, man, what is we talking about? I know the Boston Celtics in Miami, they forget about them big shots he was hitting on them and critical moments. You know? Like, let's be for real, man. Like, it's mind-boggling, but these older dudes be on that type of time, and I don't get it. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out, y'all. Peace.